how to apply advanced filters in Microsoft Excel. A lot of people use filter function in Excel on a routine basis. However, they are not aware about the advanced filters function in Excel. You use the advanced filters function when you have a lot of criterias to filter your data by and you want to save a lot of your time and effort while doing the same. So let's go ahead and understand how advanced filters in Excel work. I'll jump back to Microsoft Excel and right here we have a bunch of data. We have order ID, we have customer name, we have country, state, etc. In this data, I want to apply the following filters. I want my country to be France. I want the type of customer segment to be corporate. And I want the sales to be more than $50. So how do I apply all these criteria together? Well, one way to do this would be to go to your data, add the filter drop down to each and every column by using the shortcut Ctrl Shift L, then going to the columns which the filter needs to be applied on and then manually applying all these filters. Now here we have three filters. Imagine if you had like 15 or 20 filters. Doing this manually would take a significant amount of your time. So what do? Well, you use something called as advanced filters. So first of all, I will remove the basic filter and now I will apply the advanced filter. To apply the advanced filter, I will have to go to the Data tab. Within the Data tab, I have the Sort and Filter section. Within this section, I have something called as Advanced. This is nothing but the advanced filter that I was talking about. Click on it and right here in the Advanced Filter dialog box, you have a ton of inputs to be entered before clicking the OK button and filtering your data. So let's understand them one by one. The first option that you get is to select whether you want to filter the existing data or do you want to copy the filtered data to another location. If you don't want to apply the filter in your existing data and just want to have that filtered data in a separate location, select the second option. However, if you want to filter the entire data in the same place, keep the default option, that is the first option, enabled and move on to the next one, which is list range. List range is basically Excel asking you where is your entire data which needs to be filtered. You do not have to select specific columns that the filter will be applied on. All you have to do is select the entire data that you are having. Because my cell selection was already inside this data, I do not even have to manually select my entire data. Excel is super smart and it has selected my entire data automatically right from the first cell, which is A1, till the last cell, which as you can see is J column 33 row, that is J33. It is already selected as my list range. Again, list range is nothing but the entire data that you have which needs to be filtered. Then you move on to criteria range. Criteria range is you telling Excel what all criteria you need to apply. And this is what I have mentioned right here in these 6 cells. Now, before I add that to my criteria range, this is what you need to understand. The header of your data needs to be matching with the header of your actual data. Exactly. For example, if you have country as the header of a column in your entire data, your filtering criterias cannot have country misspelled. If that is the case, then the filter will not be applied. Similarly, for segment and sales, there should not be any differentiation or distinction between what is there in your data and what you have as the header for your criterias. Once you have these headers for where the criteria has to be applied, then in the second row, you select all the different criterias that you need to apply. For example, country can be France, segment can be corporate, and sales can be greater than 50. So this is what you enter in the second row of your criteria. Once you have this, you go to criteria range and select everything from this cell to this cell. As you can see, that has been added in my criteria range, and now all you have to do is click on OK. Once you click on OK, as you can see, your entire data will be filtered based on it. You have your country as France. One sec, let me just scroll to the left hand side. There we go. France. we have the shipping, the segment as corporate, and the sales are more than $50. So only two of these transactions or orders have been processed after applying these three criterias. Now, as you can notice, you do not have a drop down where you can go and simply click on the option of clear filter to clear the filter. So how do you actually go back to your original data and clear the filter, the entire selection? Very simple. Again, you have to go to the data tab and right here, you will be having the clear button. Click on the clear button and you will be back to normal. So this is how you can apply advanced filters and in scenarios where you have tons of different criterias to filter your data by, all you have to do is create a system like this and use advanced filter to filter your data. You, as I also mentioned earlier, have the option to copy the filter data in another location. Let me give you an example for the same. I'll again go to advanced filter. Right here, I will select the second option of copy to another location. And when you do that, the third input, which is copy to, will be unlocked for you. So earlier you were not able to add anything there because the data would be in the same place. But now, if you say copy to another location, you will be able to select where you want to actually copy that data. So for example, here I have the list range, that is this entire data. My criteria would be from M1 to O3 or O2 actually. This is O2, right? O2. And then the copy to will be, let's say, in a new worksheet, or let's keep it right here in this cell. That's it. And click on OK. When you do that, as you can see, you will be having the header and the two different orders that match the criteria that we had. So now you can use this data for whatsoever reason that you want to use it for, shift it around, move it around, and this is basically another grateful feature of advanced filters. That's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.